science management and technology is a learning platform where we are offering live instructor driven courses, and where from the beginners to the experienced professionals can enhance their data science, technology and management and any other skills, because you must be the change you wish to see in the world. This is what our motto is. Now, I won't take much time. Now, I would like to invite our co speaker, Mr. Archit Kamal Mitra, who is having an amazing work profile of offering over 9 years of experience in production management, software delivery analysis, application support, and maintenance with rich exposure to service and product delivery. He started his career as an associate in Cognizant and then as a senior LSH programmer at Icon Clinical Research India Private Limited. It's not yet over. He has also worked as senior technical leads at Clinicops, and now he is working as clinical SaaS programming manager at TCS. Sir, you are truly an inspiration for all of us. Now I would request you, sir, that you can onboard on the session and you can guide our students and you can enlighten our students, sir.
Well, thank you so much, Mansi, for that introduction. I don't know whether I deserve that or not, but yeah, then thank you so much. And I will also like to extend my heartfelt gratitude and thanks to the College GIBS College Authority and Dr. Swati. Thank you so much for inviting me. And I'm seeing that over 240 participants have joined, and that's an amazing participation. I mean, I'm extremely excited. I'm overwhelmed to be invited here. I had this opportunity. I've been given this opportunity, so thank you so much. So I see quite a number of people have joined. So let me start. I'll try to share my screen. I don't have that access. But before that, let me see if I have. No, only meeting organizers and presenters can share it. See. So I had prepared a little bit, a like short PPT. Swati, if you have any access, or if you can make me the organizer or something like that, in which I can share the PPT.
You organizer, sir. I'll make you organizer.
Yeah. But yeah, before that, I wanted to share something with you, which I was before I was preparing for this presentation, and before I was thinking of sharing something. I mean, with you all. I'm audible, right? I'm clearly audible.
Yes, sir. You are clearly audible,
and I'm visible as well.
Sure.
Perfect. So before I was going through your college curriculum a little bit, the courses. I was mainly going into, going through the placement statistics. I think you have an amazing, what will I say? An amazing structure. Like you have, especially for the students, your college has, GIBS has an NAC accredited A+ certification. It is AICTE certified. You have ISO certification. I went through your course curriculum, which is fantastic. Placement statistics, the different number of companies from different sectors who are coming in to offer you placements. That means you are in good waters. I don't have to tell anything about that. You are in extremely good and rich waters. You have the knowledge, you have the basis, you have the base and the concepts and the logical structure of thinking, which at your age, you guys will be 22, 23, is enough for an interview to ask you and to check all these things, which you can easily, you can easily crack, more or less. Today, I wanted to basically, share with you some of the practical knowledge that I have acquired from various companies, how you can get through, and also I want to share some personal experience I wanted to share some of my personal experience which I had from my previous company, some of the dislikes, some of the likes, which some part I was not being able to do, some my seniors, how they helped me. So in totality, how it was. So you'll have a mix and match of everything once you go into the real world. Some of you will, there will be a lot of scenarios. So I would tell you to be 3 things I will discuss later. One is focus. One is have patience. And second, the third one is luck. That is something which we don't have. It's not in our control. So leave it as of now. But I'll talk about a little bit of focus and patience. That will get you through. Don't get bogged down by anything. Or don't chase anything so much. Or Don't look at others and feel like that they are having a good, I mean, they are going through, they are being successful. I'm not. Don't feel like that at all. It's a normal. I had a very normal 9 years. There were hiccups and everything, but I had managed and accepted. I'll share with you slowly, little by little. One second. Let me share my screen once. So before starting
So
with this,
I've made you the presenter.
yes, I can see that. I can see that. Thank you. Let me know if you're able to see my screen, all of you. I mean, Swati, if you are able to see, I hope everyone is able to see. Fine. So I'll go ahead. So yeah, so this is three things basically which I wanted to speak about is to help student. First point is to in this virtual visit at TCS. I mean, I am now currently a part of TCS. I have worked previously in Cognizant. I mean, after my graduation in biotechnology, I have worked in Cognizant. Then I have worked in Icon, and then I have worked a little bit of time, not little bit of. I've worked around 2.5 years into a startup. That was also a different experience. And now currently I'm in TCS. So it's been around 8 months where, and I mean, share some of my insights with you all, how the working culture is there, how I've worked, how I've worked in the previous company, what has helped me to grow. But first thing which I want to know, I mean, want to explain or want to tell you or share with you is the first point is to help student gain practical knowledge. So now practical knowledge, I'll straight away go to this slide, is that what actually is the practical knowledge. But at your age, when company comes for an interview, you have had your course curriculum, you have gone through it, you know what all things that you have read and learned. So you are aware, you have the logical sense of thinking and a practical bent of mind and a creative sense of thinking. Is what. But I want you to upskill as well. Upskill in the sense means try to learn apart from all these things. When you are learning something, question your faculty, question yourself, where is the application? How can you apply that in real life scenario? Because now, so in the companies, there are some companies, we will ask you about what you have learned and everything. And once you are onboarded in the company, you will learn about the practical scenarios, which I have also. So when I was in college, I had basic questions in the interview, which I have been. There have been 2-3 questions which they have asked me. I mean, they have asked like when I was joining Cognizant, they had asked me that suppose here is a scenario, it's given, how will you provide a solution? They are not wanting the solution actually. They are basically wanting the path which leads to a solution, and they want that are you on the correct track of, I mean, are you on the correct thinking track, or are you on the correct path to the solution? So for that, whatever you are learning, so there's actually a difference between academia and the practical knowledge. So I am right now working in a company. I have I mean, around 9 years of experience. So I have been into the practical scenario. You will also be. That's not an issue. But more you upskill in the sense means you find out, suppose you're learning something, what are the associations with that? What else that you can learn from there? Or what are the things that are in line with what you are learning? Learn that as well. What are the flaws in that? What are the practical applications? Ask your faculty. If you're not being able to understand or upskill at the moment, then you, I mean, going ahead, you join some other, I would say, from external, I mean, organization also you can learn something, and then you can impart in the interview. So these are some of the things in practical knowledge which you will acquire while you are in the organization. When the company comes to you, you get recruited in there, you can get it. And whatever you are learning in the college, whatever you are learning in GIBS, that's excellent. Apart from that, question, I mean, what are the applications? Because once you will be 2-3 years of experience, then the companies will not ask you of what you have learned. They will ask you where you have got stuck. What are the projects that you have done and where have you got stuck? Getting stuck is the place where they understand this, yes, this person has worked on these things, and in these scenarios, he has got stuck. These are some, he or she will immediately understand. So that is something which you should focus on. Whenever you are learning, learn that. Try to find practical applications. Try to find what are the other learnings associated with that particular learning and upskill yourself, upgrade yourself. Do real life scenarios, do practical scenarios like that. So this is something which will be required. So once you jump from one company to another, in there, with this help of practical knowledge, you can get through. Like in my earlier days in Cognizant, right now I'm doing some technical work, I'm doing client handling, but this client handling, it also requires some experience. So I am not, right now, don't have a problem with that because I had that experience when I was in Cognizant. I was a very fresher when I joined there. I got to know the nitty-gritty details of how the company worked, what are the things should I have to do, there's a process, what needs to do. And I was also given by my senior to uh, take client calls. You take it. I was faltering. Falter, you will do that every time. That's not a problem. The thing is, if you have the basic understanding, you will learn the stuffs. That is not a problem. So that is where you are in good waters. I started from the beginning. That means the curriculum that you have, the education that you have got, that is very good. On that, you will learn. And skills are something that you can acquire easily. Because right now in TCS, I'm working in an application which I'm not working previously. So I'm faltering, I'm learning. I've got tremendous good teammates. They are helping me. I ask questions. I've asked them questions which are not a part of my, not a part of my project as well. And they're happy to answer because I'm on the lookout for what next? Where will I lead to? You also should be like, sorry, extremely sorry. You also should be like that. Like constantly keep on thinking. That is basically my second point. I'll just give you a minute to go through these points one. So it does not require mugging up. It is something knowledge that retains in your mind and you already have that. It helps you to develop better understanding. Better understanding is when you start questioning yourself. Question yourself. Try to figure out what else is associated with the subject that you are taking part in. It includes practice. It improves your skill. You can have a better understanding. You'll have the nitty-gritty details. You have a clear idea about that. What are the differences? What are the flaws? What are the advantages? What are the pros and cons of these things, of these applications, all these things. Involves application deals with real life scenarios. It is interesting and it can help you motivate teamwork. Can motivate teamwork is something in real life scenario is some you have done group studies. It's already like that. Like it is similar to like that. Not exactly similar to group study, but you have an experience of group study probably in college. We have also done. Here you'll work as a team. Working as a team means you impart knowledge, you take in knowledge. There are some things which you will be able to know, and you impart that to your colleague. There are some things which you will get stuck, they'll help you. So all these things, it's a mixture of everything that you have done in college. It's just an extrapolation. But practical knowledge is something that you will have experience on the job while you know. That is where experience lies. Like people with 10 years, and you are doing a management courses, you will be the future managers. So you will be, some of you will want to be in as a business analyst, going ahead as a senior business analyst, then to manager. Some of you will be looking after the operation. Some of you will be doing the new strategy. So all these things you will be having the decision making. I mean, you will have to decide based on some knowledge, based on some requirements, based on some raw data. You will have a technical team, which you will make the technical team understand. Technical team will give you some solution. And based on that solution, you will decide on what should be the perfect course of action for your company. So that is the practical knowledge. And each and every scenario that will be given, or each and every decision might be the same. Some of will might not be the same. There where your knowledge, your experience, or your practical bent of mind comes into picture. If I give you something right now, you probably won't be able to do it. Even if something comes to me right at the, I'm in the from the technical side. If something comes in right to me as a from a part of a managerial work, I will falter. So if I have that experience for 2, 3, 4, 5 years, I'll slowly pick it up. So that is the same thing for you as well. You'll get through. Next is, I would say, one second. Next is the next point that I wanted to ask you is to keep students up to date on the latest trends in the industries. This is something which I'll go through, but I am sure you guys are very cool and smart. So you already have looked into what are the areas that you find very interesting. Actually, I wanted to introduce this part is to, because where exactly in the world and in TCS and in all the other MNC companies and core companies and niche companies, what are the trends that are going through right the moment, where you can apply, where you can get your hands dirty, where you can actually find yourself a future. So there are a lot of trends that are there that you can find. I know you have already looked up into, but still I wanted to share some of things on here. And another thing I want to tell you, that is something I want to tell you, which was I was not there. Once I was out of college, I got a job in Cognizant, and I was happy with that. I was happy with that, and I took the job, and I was going through it. I was in the project, and I was working. It was in later stage where I found out that the job that I'm doing is good, but I can increase my knowledge, and I can what will I say? I can increase my knowledge, and I can also explore other options which have a very good future. But I'm sure you guys won't don't settle for the less. Like, you have a project. First, let me tell you one thing. That is, the companies will come, they have the requirements. Based on the requirements, they'll recruit you. It is not always something that you want will happen. What you wish to go, in line you wish to go, that always won't happen. But what you can do is you keep your focus, and you identify a stream or a trend. I'll just go here to identify one of these trends where you want to actually go. So keep on learning, get to know about things. Suppose you are in a project of healthcare, but you're not liking it. Ask yourself where exactly you want to learn, where line you want to go. Once you are aware of it, that liking may change 10 years down the line or 15 years down the line. That is okay, that can happen. It's a changing world, you might not like it. But after going through certain trends, after going through certain scenarios, you suppose, or certain domains, or certain projects, or certain line of work, you find that I am like this AI domain a little bit. I find it interesting. It has its future. It has the market value. It is growing. I want to excel. Be in your project. Work 100%. Be sincere. Talk to your supervisors and managers that I am interested in that. I want to go there, and I'm liking that. So please educate me on that part. That is something in TCS. This is something that is an incredible thing which I found in TCS. I'm working in life science and clinical trial domain. But there is an internal program where there are a lot of avenues which are open in TCS, where you can select anyone, and there are courses in that. You do the courses, you make the learning, and there are 2 to 3 segments. There are 2 to 3 segments or interviews where you will give the interview. I mean, after you finish the course, you give the interview, and if you have passed in all the 3 interviews, they will place you in that course, or they will place you in that specific domain project. And in TCS, it doesn't stop learning. You learn a lot. Even you are doing something, there are professionals, people who are there to help you out. If you want to learn something different, learn it. If there is an available project, you will be put on that. So all these things. So one thing I want to focus is keep the focus, but don't stop learning. Get to know. I used to think that doctors only learn because they are doing some. I mean, they are the best people who are. I mean, but not the best. I mean, they are doing the life-saving work, so they'll have to be up to date with medicine and everything. So one example is my grandmother had a surgery 5 years back, which was manual. Now, 5 months back, she again had a surgery, which was laparoscopy. So things evolve. So you also start learning. What you are learning right now will change. What you are deciding or making decisions right now will change 10 years down the line. Not a problem, but your learning, your experience will help you get through, or will carry you through. These are basically the trends which I wanted to speak about. I'll just come here. Before that, the third point which I want to share with you, this is something which I want to share some personal insights from mine, is the aim to provide an insight in internal working strategy of a company. I've shared it with you already of how TCS basically works. But yeah, I can later take up questions from you and how it works and not, how other industry companies work. They're more or less the same. But in TCS, this program that I have found this is extremely good. It helps the people, it helps the associates to get a liking of their own, to find a way of their liking. So there are enormous amounts of domain specific knowledge where you can get your hands dirty, where you can learn, you interview, and you'll be placed in that project. So it is not always that if you are not liking something in your project, you can't tell your supervisors. If you're not learning, you have to be there. No, it's not that. Take time, decide on what you learn, decide on what you like, see what are the things that you need to go there, whether it has a far-reaching effect or not, and you can definitely go. And not only in TCS, it will be prevalent in most of the IT companies, most of the MNCs, most of the core companies, most of the product-based companies. You'll get there. based out of Delhi. So there are tons of companies. So you can Google search, YouTube, I mean, learn about company profiles, the job they offer, what are the openings, do LinkedIn, all these things, be aware of, do all this, keep yourself active. I'll share one LinkedIn with you later on, which I had an experience. I'll let you know. So going ahead, being the architects of the change in a turbulent world, because I specifically has given this slide because you will understand this. This is a turbulent world right now. I'm not talking, I mean, not only the COVID has, I mean, created mayhem everywhere, but technology is changing. Right now, there have been 2 years back, there was Python or something. I mean, something R was there in prevalent. 2 years later, now Ruby and Scala and different things have come. Yeah. Is there any question?
There must be some disturbance. You please continue. They'll ask the question in the end of the session.
Perfect. I'm audible correctly, right?
You're absolutely.
Thank you. Okay. So being the architects of change in the turbulent world, I've given this line because keep yourself, that is the reason why I wanted to tell you that keep yourself updated. So once you get into a project in a company, you'll be working in that particular scenario, but keep yourself updated. Learn what are the things associated with your projects. Learn what else are being happening. Learn or try to find out whether you like it or not, whether your company works it or not. What are the future effects? And question yourself. Whatever you are learning, be attentive. This is something which our seniors in TCS have also told me. So whenever you're learning something, just don't learn for the sake of learning it. Or whenever you're working in a project right now, don't just do it. Ask questions to your seniors, ask questions to your faculty that what is the reason behind it? What far-reaching effects will have? What will be helpful to me in the near future if I do this? Ask these sort of questions. Because when you have a greater idea, it will be helpful to you for taking a decisions, particularly for the BBA students I'm saying. So there will be, you will be in the decision-making part of the world or the decision-making part of an organization. So there will be scenarios which will be changing. There will be merging. There will be acquisitions. There will be a strategy to launch some product. There will be a strategy to take some product out of the market. There will be, you will be going through a strategy to do the pricing of a product. All these things will have different scenarios will be coming your way. They will be different from each other. What is the thing that will help you to grow? One is your practical experience, which you have acquired over your companies. I mean, over your tenure in the company, worked in project. One is your knowledge about the entire scenario. And the second is your logical bent and creative sense of it. So don't stop learning. Gather as much thing as I'm also learning at the moment. I'm also trying to find out what are the things that are there and whatnot. I just forgot I was trying to tell you something. It just went off my mind. Okay, I'll let you know. So this is exactly the scenario. Like, be focused and keep on learning. That is something which is there. I'll go ahead. I just go one. I mean, I request all of you to just go through these trends once. So I know already you know where you fit in, what are industries that you fit in. This is something which you already learned, which I wanted to give it because at my time I was not so much aware of all these things. So what I've got, I was satisfied with that. So it was a good project. I had worked in that. But suppose you are in a project, but you should know about what all are going around in the world, which I am right now doing after 5 years. So I don't want you all to have the same thinking after 5 years. No, you start with it. Some of you will learn to go for an MBA, and then some of you want to go for a PhD and be an educator, or someone wants to be in the research line. Yeah, that's it. Perfect. Go for your goals. Some of you have been into a project of artificial intelligence, but you have a knack for in the healthcare support. Understand, talk to your people, learn about it, upskill yourself, get trained, know what are the practical scenarios, ask in companies, or if not your company at the moment you're not being able to do, get it done, upskill yourself from outside, go do hands-on scenarios, practical scenarios, and then get the interviews. Fair enough. That is how I have done. I mean, I'm still doing, I mean, I'm learning, I learn from YouTube, I learn from my friends, I'm looking for institute that can give me some practical knowledge of something which I'm not being able to generate or I'm not being able to have. so that it helps me in my current project. I get to know more, something like that. The more and more you learn, the more and more you work on a project, automatically your line will open up. You will find out that, okay, this line is something which I want to go. This has a long, far-reaching effects. This is the future. This is something like that. Who knew artificial intelligence would be a future, or machine learning would be in future 5 years before? So people who were a part of it, who had learned, no. Right now I'm thinking I'm in life science project. So there is a machine learning, and there actually is a machine learning segment in the life science domain. Machine learning and artificial intelligence is in every domain. So I'm thinking of, if I learn that machine learning now, I can implement in the life science domain, because I don't want to go out of life science domain. It is good. It is a fantastic domain, and I love working in it. So what exactly is something that in the future, artificial intelligence is the key. So I'm trying to figure out, acha, okay, then if this is the key, then I need to learn a little bit of programming, coding, machine learning, and I can implement this. So as and when you grow, as and when you learn, these are certain things which will broaden. You will broaden the scope. So I'll just go slowly one by one. I know you all know all these things, like business development and sales. It's every company. This is one segment where every company wants their development and sales to grow. And here also, management folks who are there, you will have a decision making here. You'll have the data, the company will ask you to make. You'll have a team. Obviously, at this stage, they won't ask you to give a decision, but you should have an opinion of your own, of what needs to be done, what not. Similarly, for digital marketing strategy and automation and digital content, right now the marketing doesn't just is restricted to pamphlets or newspapers. So everything has gone digital. So everyone has mobile, everyone has YouTube, everyone has Instagram. So that is the strategy of which advertisement, in which TV channel you would show, where in YouTube you would show, which segment you should show. All these marketing, all these are strategies. And the content that you create is basically the digital. What exactly will show? What is the catchy thing? Like, I know one thing, the catchy one is the about the cred ad where Anil Kapoor and Papi Lahiri, all those make sense. That is the digital content. That is something which is catchy, that cred has marketed. That is the marketing thing. Or you see the advertisement like the ad guru who does the digital content, and he in association with their business team, Prahlad, the ad guru we call Prahlad Kakkar, he does the content, and he along with his marketing team sits and decides where exactly to show this. The people will look into it and all those, get catchy and buy the products. So this is basically again a strategy for the MBAs or the BBAs who will be doing it in the future. This is a very interesting job. You will slowly do that with experience, but it will also take, it is very nerve-wracking as well, because since this is something that you have to innovate. So that is what I'm saying. Do the critical bent of mind. You have some data. Now you have to decide. So you have to learn what are the things which are now relevant. What are the things which I need to focus on? Based on all these things, you have to take a decision. Similarly, education. Education is actually in every fields. Every fields in the sense, some of you might want to be educators. Educators in the sense, from BBA, you'll be going for higher study MBA. You want to teach in a college. You want to teach in a university. You want to teach, you want to teach in a college or university. Some of you might have this goal. Another part of it is some of you might be corporate trainers. Corporate trainers are in the sense what you have spent a sufficient amount of time in a project or sufficient amount of time in a domain, and you know everything about that. And you know all the nitty-gritty, all the intricate details of the domain of how it functions. So you become a subject matter expert. That is basically education. Because we have their NTC. Suppose still if we get stuck, there are people with 15 to 20 years of experience who are working in projects, but they have accumulated so much of knowledge about a particular scenario or a particular project or a particular domain. So we reach out to them. If a new client comes in and we are not able to understand something, we have sessions with them. We have sessions with them regarding how to break this into parts and understand. How to get the concepts and the clarity of it, and they help us do that. They have so much of clarity. So you can also be that corporate trainer. Once you become that, because once you are 2 3 years seniors in a company, there will be juniors coming in and they'll your seniors will ask to train them. So you have a knowledge, so you will learn, you will train them. Like right now I am giving you at this talk, I am also learning a lot. Like you guys are getting something, I am also achieving out of it. It's always a symbiotic two-way process. Your seniors also learn from you because you have different insights which you can share with me, which I'll learn, and I'm sharing with you what I have had. You have your knowledge. What you don't have at the moment is the experience which I have. That's it. Nothing else. Nothing different. I was at your age. I got to hear from experienced people, and they have helped me. And I had some ideas which probably they might not have. I had been given them. Similarly, in your case, you have some ideas which you will give me when you are questioning me. I'll get to know, and I just have an experience, so I'm sharing my experience. Okay, I'll just go on. So next is the data science and strategy. These are basically the areas where you can look forward. Google them. I'll share this PPT with you. What work they do. Like business analyst is a part where you have to be techno-functional. This is something for the grad students, for the BBA grad students. I would like to tell you. Like you know the management skill. When client gives you a technical requirement, you know the management thing, so you understand the technicality. So this is basically a world of, this is an ensemble. You are having a management degree, you are doing the management, doesn't mean you'll only do management. You'll also have to have the technical things. Upskill yourself there also. Because if you have some data, based on the data, applying some statistical methods or applying some analytics, you can immediately understand what exactly the scenario is. Similarly, for technical people, they will have one time or the other, they'll have a scenario where they will be asked to manage a group or to make some managerial decisions. This happens. Now it's basically an amalgamation. They basically want people who knows both the sides, not very deeply both the sides, but have an idea and can take decisions. So you'll also, I'm sure in the course curricula you had all these things. Like you have had a touch of the technical style, technical flavor. You have had it. Your main course is management. So a business analyst is something where you take the technical requirement, understand that understanding requires the knowledge, which you will acquire, which you are acquiring over this course that you are doing at GIBS. You'll understand these things and you will impart it to the technical people. So they will understand the requirement and they will build it in their way. Artificial intelligence, frontline e-commerce, all these things I know you know. I won't repeat it once again. Frontline e-commerce is something, Amazon, Flipkart, they also strategize. If they want to launch a product, they sit with their team, decide on which product is being sold. Like in Calcutta, I'm basically from Calcutta. In Calcutta, sweets are famous. So sweets are being sold so much. In Delhi, something else is famous. In Delhi, in Bombay, something else is famous. In which part, what is famous? What is being sold? That is all analytics, all management. So you sit with your team, find out what exactly is the hot cake out there, which is being sold, and you take a decision. Increase sales here of this product, decrease sales here of this product. All these things are decisions. Similarly, healthcare support, cognitive business operations, banking and financial services. Banking and financial services. BFS, you have, how will I say, investment banking. Where exactly? This is also part of the MBA. I'm sure you will know that. Like, if tons of money, you will go ahead and manage tons of money. Where exactly to invest? How to make the bank grow? All these things are a part of. So these are basically the trends which are there in my company, in TCS as well. There are recruitments out there. For some of them, they require experience, but for some, you can, for some of them, you can you can get recruited as freshers as well. There is an exam, TCS NQNet, which you can give, and you can get through. If you qualify, they'll have an interview, and you can get. So this is a very smooth, fantastic process in TCS. And apart from that, entrepreneurship. Uh, Sorry, life sciences and clinical trial, I'll say in the last, because I'm working on it. I'll say a little bit of it. I won't, bombard it with you because you don't have an idea of it. It might not be interesting. For you to, interesting means you might get bored of all the nitty-gritty details. I will give an overview of what exactly I work so you find interest in that. From an entrepreneur part of the things, it will take time. Entrepreneurship will take time because after you have identified a space where you want to work in, and you have spent sufficient amount of time there, you can come up with a business idea. And that idea should be very niche. I mean, to grow. I mean, you all know that out of 100 startups, one or two succeeds, the rest don't. So for that startup or that business to succeed, you really have to have an idea. And for that, you need experience. For that, you need experience a number of years so that you get connections with the correct number of people. You have contact with the correct number of resources, and you have the correct ideas and the people and the money and the investment. For that entrepreneurship, you need time. So I won't go further in that because you all know that it takes time. It takes time for an entrepreneurship to happen. It is not, I mean, you wake up one day and it happens. It will take time for you to happen. Okay. And the next for life sciences and clinical trial, here are basically two segments. I'll make it short. Like what I'm working is in the life sciences and clinical trial. One is, suppose there are plenty of pharma companies like Novartis is there, Pfizer is there, GlaxoSmithKline is there. Number. If they want to buy a pharmaceutical company or if they want to launch a drug, that is where the management, you guys, will be called for. What will be the pricing? And it is a fantastic job to do the strategy. How to manage the people? What will be the pricing of the drug? Should I invest on this drug or not? Should I launch this drug in India or abroad India? Where exactly should I launch this? For which age group should I launch this? Is there any competition? So you will, for the management students, you will do this. You will do management consulting, strategy, operations consulting, finance consulting. So there's a huge part, one side of it. The other side which I work on is the technical. So once this drug comes to the, I mean, it is decided that yes, suppose Pfizer or some pharmaceutical company will launch a drug, suppose for an allergy. Now comes the technical part, the study part, where a study is being created. A study is being created means a specific age group is identified, suppose from 18 to 45. All the people, all the subjects of the patients will come. They will provide their, I mean, there will be a lot of questions. They will give their inputs. They will give their, they will give their demography, their age, sex, height, weight, vital stance, and all those things. These are clinical trial terminologies which you won't be aware of at the moment. So all these things comes in the technical. So you see, in one domain or in one part, in all these parts, like artificial intelligence, frontline e-commerce has two parts. One is the technical and one is the managerial, and both are equally ensemble. So while you are in any one of your interest areas, slowly also you will have a flavor of the technical skills. So you have an understanding. So that it is not that someone tells you something about the technical part. Someone tells you about the managerial part, you are done. You know that. But also if someone knows about the technical part, you also know it. That is the complete scenario or the complete understanding. Why I'll tell you, in the clinical trial, in Cognizant, suppose there are three segments, A, B, and C. I was in the B segment. I worked from the B segment for 2 years. Then I found out that where exactly is B coming from and where exactly is B going to. I did not have an idea. So I used to falter. Then I understood, then I took the effort and understood A and C as well. So for that, I could explain my clients as well in a very smooth way. It took me some time to understand, but I made that effort and I understood that. So that is what I'm harping on from the beginning. Understand the entire scenario. Don't just understand what you have been given. Understand that. But where is it coming from? Why is it required? Question yourself, question the people in your project. And when is it going to? What are its good effects and bad? Because that understanding of mine has helped me get a job in my first startup in Calcutta. I was not aware of that. I was also thinking, now I'll just share a bit of my personal experience here. I wanted to do some of my experience. But in TCS, I just spoke about it. I had a fantastic team. I'm right now working. I'm faltering because the application that is right now I'm working on is a little bit new to me. I'm working on it. But since I have worked for 8 years in a similar profile, the other things I can manage. The application is new to me. I am working, but how is the application working? The other parts of it, I am being able to handle it coolly. That is not a problem to me. But I have got a good teammates. The work environment is excellent, and I mean, TCS already always tells you to be. Get knowledge and always be learning. Always asks you to be. What will I say? Upskill yourself, know about the scenarios, develop your skills, learn as much as you can. So I'll take a minute. So I'll give you a minute to just learn up. Go through this slide once, and then I'll end this presentation with one of my one of my scenarios or one of my personal things that I've experienced throughout, like from Cognizant to Icon to sorry, from Cognizant to Icon to the startup and to TCS. I'll tell you something. So these are some of the things which I have felt, so that I have put it in this slide. So these are the things that once you join, once you join TCS or once you join any company, you will get to know that. There would be a team, that is the practical working scenarios. There will be situations which you have not come across, you will have a team and you will learn. You will solve it and you will learn from that. Some of the things you will not be able to solve it and you will have a great, deeper learning from that. This is how it basically works. No, before I share something before I share something with you, one of my personal experience, I want you to, while I was talking about focus and patience, is that now you will be graduating. There will be different companies which will be coming your way. Some of you will be placed at a higher package. Some of you will be not placed in a higher package. That doesn't mean you are less than the other. Okay. When I was graduating from college, when I graduated and I was in Cognizant, I never had an opportunity to go on site. There have been my colleagues who have gone on site, or gone on site, or who have gone on site in 2 to 3 years time. That is okay. Now when I look back, I see more or less we are on the same space, or more or less we are on same. I don't know about the monetary aspect, that whether they have made a huge income or not, but I don't think so. But we are on the same level. So if you have the focus and patience, you will get through. Because some of you will be lucky. One of my friends, because that is not in our hands. That is something which we can't think of, or we don't. It is not in our hands. What is in our hands is to be sincere to our project, is to be truthful to our project, and is to focus. Focus, if you are not liking something, don't get irritated or bogged down or feel frustrated. That is the most problematic thing that you will be doing. Have patience, because everything will not happen as you wish. It will not. There will be some work which will be assigned to you which you will not like. There will be some part which you will like. And it happens with everyone. It happens with each and every one. Accept it and work harder. Focus on your work and try to find out. So that is why I'm telling you, always keep yourself busy. See in LinkedIn, what are the new things which are coming up? What are the people working with them? Try to network with them, contact them, ask them what are the companies, is there any opening or not? What are the kind of work you do? Try to find aligned, try to find out whether that work is aligned with your work or not. If not, fine. Does that work interests you? If yes, try to learn it. Again, keep in mind that the work that interests you now may not be interesting to you 10 years down the line, because you don't know your mind what scenarios you will face. That is okay. That is completely okay. But as far as you have that liking of some specific domain, follow it. So keep yourself motivated, have focus, be sincere, and be patient. Nothing is going to happen overnight. Nothing is going to happen overnight. Right now, I am finding interest in my life science domain I mean, not finding interesting means there is something from which there is a document called a statistical analysis plan, based on which we create our programs and we create table listings figures and submit it to the FDA. My job creating the table listing figures is brilliant. Brilliant in the sense that is hot in market. There is a lot of requirement for those. But that now something that creating that statistical analysis plan is interesting to me. Now I'm fine. I have found an interest because it is something which is very, very challenging and interesting. The people who absolutely know core statistics, they read that clinical trial and prepare that step. What statistical analysis, what procedures to use and what not, how the study should be made. But I can't go there overnight because I don't have a statistical background. People who are doing that have, background of hardcore statistics from ISI, from good colleges. I don't have that. So what do? I can't change it overnight. I can't change it in 2 months, 3 months, 6 months as well, because it requires you to have immense amount of knowledge. So what I do, I am trying, I have asked my senior in my company to give me an idea of the process, how it works, give me hands-on. That is how slowly by slowly I can go there. What else can I do? Tell me. There's nothing else that I can do. I'll work on it. I'll have hands-on experience. That if I find time, I'll slowly, it'll take time. That is the entire scenario. So I just wanted to finish with saying one thing. That is my just one experience is that when I was in Cognizant, I was there for 5 years. So there are two parts. One is applications. You have heard about applications. So when a study comes in, you create a lot of forms, CRF forms. CRF forms is basically you take inputs from the patients, and based on that data, you decide decide the efficiency of the drug. And once the efficiency of the drug is done, you send it to Food and Drug Administration, and they look into everything. Okay, this is the drug. This drug has good efficiency. Not a lot of people have died taking this drug. This drug is prevalent. This drug has been useful to treat a lot of people have been recovered. So this drug can be marketed. This is just in simple layman language. There are much more details, but for you, it's a simple layman language. This is how the process works. So for one of the applications, I was doing the support. Support means there was a protocol. I knew the application and I was doing it. I was not questioning myself. I did not know what are the, how it came and whatnot. I was happy with my job. Slowly, I found out that if I do like this, there is far-reaching effects, but it will take a lot of time to be a support project. But I have to be in the development side, or I have to change, or I have to learn more. So what I did, it took me another 3 years to learn all the other applications associated with whatnot. Then I changed to Icon. In Icon, I had 2 projects. I was doing fine with it and everything. Based on the Cognizant experience, I've given interview and I've worked into Icon. Icon, suddenly I faced a problem. I mean, one of the projects I could not do it properly, and there was some issues with the study bill. There were some issues, and the client wanted me to be removed from the project. And I had my mistakes, and I was having difficulty in understanding and everything. This also, I hope none of you faces, but problems all of you will face. At that time, don't lose hope. What I did was will be in everyone's hand. What I started was I started preparing. I found out what are the relevant aspects in the life science domain during that time. I'm talking about 2017. 2017. I went in Bangalore, Icon. So I started working. I started figuring out, okay, clinical SAS is there. This, development of CRF is there. All these things. I started Googling, and I also started to reach out to people in LinkedIn. What work they do. Then I came across a person in Bangalore who told me that he has an institute. He would be providing me with certain assistance, with some hands-on, so that I can at least, if I'm removed from this job, I at least can get another job. If in a lesser salary, that's okay. So I went there for 2 weeks and I learned a lot of it and all those things. I learned it in 2 weeks because I had that experience in Cognizant. Mind you, it was helpful to me. The ones which I was not liking, that had helped me now. And after that 2 weeks, I got an interview from a startup in Calcutta. I gave an interview. And I came to my hometown and I got recruited in this clinic startup. But I had to work in this startup. I had to work, I mean, around a 14 hours, 15 hours shift. Here is a different concept. Like here, everything was there. It's a startup. You have to work for everything. I mean, you guys have been ISO certified. You're like GIBS ISO certified. My company was also going to ISO certification. I was a part of it. Everything you have to manage since it's a small company. But that cognizant work that I had done, you don't know what will help you where. So be focused, and whatever project you are in whatever project you are in, learn that. Be focused. So I got into Icon, but also what I did was I also wanted you to also do try to find out what are the latest trends, have contact, connect with people on LinkedIn, what work they do, try to find out companies, what work they are doing, is it interesting, what are the technologies that are required. Find out people who are working in that company, reach out to them, what work, get an idea. This is the time that you should do it, which I was doing it at, which I was not doing at your time. I was doing it at when I got a problematic situation in mind. Here in my, I would thanks Cliniops, my previous company, where I learned a lot of this clinical SaaS domain development and everything. I learned it because I had a previous knowledge. So I added my knowledge about, I mean, over and above that. I learned that, had my hands on, worked in a practical scenario, had client call and everything. And after that, I switched to TCS. Now in TCS, there are tremendous learning opportunities and everything. Out of five, I mean, in Uniops, I was doing, it's a small company, I was doing everything. But now I'm TCS. In TCS, I mean, basically focusing on two areas. And here it is going very, very deep. That is what I'm learning. You get to know everything here. There are a lot of data. It's a huge TCS is a huge, I mean, huge organization. There are a lot of clients, I mean, big shot clients. We have the data. You learn about it. Here I'm questioning my teammates. It's a fun-filled learning. And you get to have so much knowledge about it. Also, also with this learning, I'm asking, which I told you that I'm also trying to figure out how this SAP is created, how will. So this is a team basically, an entire team who have so much knowledge about everything. I've just joined, it's been 8 months. I impart a little bit knowledge to my senior, I mean to my juniors who are there, and my seniors impart a lot of knowledge to me. I understand in that this is basically this what happens is it enriches you. It does nothing but it enriches you totally, so that you are prepared for the real life real life world. Even if there is a difficulty which arises, you are ready because you have the knowledge. You can get through any interview or you can get through any scenarios. So that is the thing that I wanted to share with you. So you have been an amazing audience. I hope I have been able, I hope I'm able to impart something fruitful out of my normal life, because this is what I have been through, sir, in all these 8 years and 9 years. And you will also have not exactly the same, but have similar experiences with you. Don't lose hope. Don't lose hope. That is what I wanted to tell you. Learn, don't lose hope, and keep yourself motivated and keep on learning. That is something which will never betray you. Just keep on learning and keep on understanding. And getting into companies and everything, you are in a fantastic position at GIBS. Not to worry, there will be plenty of companies coming offering you jobs, so not to worry about that. But in the real life practical scenario, that will not be college. Like I just wanted to quote, I'm a film movie buff. I just wanted to quote one line from Rang De Vasanti, where Amir Khan said that college ki is taraf hum life ko na chahte hain, dooji taraf life humko na chahti hai. That is more or less true, but you have to keep your feet grounded. You have to be perseverant. You'll get to learn as much as you can. You've been a fantastic audience. Thank you, Swati. Thank you, GIBS team, for inviting me. I hope even if I have been able to motivate at least some of you, that will be helpful to me. From my this normal experience of 8 years, if that has been helpful, if I have reached such a point with, normal intelligence and normal IQ, then you guys will definitely be the leaders.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Archit, for the wonderful session. Actually, there are certain questions which our students would definitely like you to answer, so that their queries could be like somewhat sort of sorted out. So, can we start with that session with your permission?
Absolutely, absolutely. I have
Okay.
just stopped sharing my screen. So is it okay?
Yeah, it's absolutely fine. It's absolutely
Perfect.
fine.
Perfect.
So students, those who want to put up questions, please start putting up on chat box.
Uh, how will I know?
Now,
One
I'll
second.
read it for you. I'll read it for
Okay.
you, Archit. I'll read
Perfect.
it for you.
Perfect.
The first thing, like Archit, it's my question because we have been into placements and we have been going through
Hmm.
the placement procedure. Like there are students who got placed on CVent and their Accenture and every day interviews are going on. So nowadays there is a lot of focus on artificial intelligence. Like the
Yes.
interview is based on artificial intelligence, and students are not, because these all are management students, so and they don't have that technical background. After they graduate their plus two, they are into BBA or so. I would like you to enlighten them or a bit about what artificial intelligence is and how it works in their interview selection process.
Artificial intelligence is something which, as far as I know, it is something. I mean, how will I portray? Like, it is basically a extension of the machine learning itself. Like, artificial intelligence is little bit of technical, but artificial intelligence projects, the BBA students, acha, they are also asking technical questions on that.
Right.
Okay. So in that case, it would be helpful if you can induct a course for machine learning and artificial intelligence in college curriculum, or if they can get some technical training on hands-on from any outside, that will be helpful. Because uh, from the management perspective, you all are through it. You don't have a problem. So that is what I was trying to say, that they also juxtapose a little bit technical with the managerial part. So it would be helpful if you can get an idea, not only get training outside, but during the course of interview, if you can say that you have been a part of the management students and you have had an experience to know a little bit of artificial intelligence. And for that, you can do one thing, you can read about it. You won't be having hands-on at the moment. If they're asking you about, do you have hands-on of artificial intelligence, of your building models and statistical programs, you have done it, the modeling in Python, that will be difficult at the moment mm, because we can have, I mean, it will be difficult at the moment because I also don't have, I mean, not worked on artificial intelligence as of now. But on technical side, just passing out from BBA, I mean, just passing out from college and having a bachelor management degree, I mean, I would say rather say that you go through artificial intelligence interview questions. That is only the one that you can do. Or the other thing is, if a course curriculum can be inducted in college about the basics, that would be helpful. Or if you can get some training from outside. Otherwise, I would like to know the questions basically. Is it very
Yeah,
technical?
okay. So the question, the students, there is Priyanshu Singh. He want to ask that how can I start my career in data science? And the most important thing is what will be the best way to start from now? And from where should I start?
Okay, data science, you can start, everything actually is data science, what you do. If specifically in data science that you see, I'll tell you one thing. The core data science which people work in, the core data science, that is data science models. That is basically statistical programmers. Statistical programmers who know hardcore statistics. They are statisticians who build the models. Based on that models, we implement those models in our different scenarios. That is called the DevOps platform. Now, if you want to have data science career hardcore, then you have to have a very good statistical background. That is the one thing. Or otherwise, if you want to work on this, if you want to work on the data science models, or if you want to coding and then do data science models, you can do one thing, that is you can take up any course on DevOps. There are a lot of institutions. I mean, there is an hands-on you can go. I mean, there are other places where I know people who have done certifications from, I mean, where will I say? Certifications from other external organizations, and they are working with me and they are doing fantastic, and they are doing, you can do that. But I want to
So
ask
there
you
is,
something. Priyanshu,
yeah,
are you from the BBA background or you are from the technical background?
Priyanshu, you can answer with it. Priyanshu Singh.
Okay, you're from the BBA background. Okay. Then probably since you're from the BBA background and you want to make a switch, then it will be better if you have hands-on, you learn it from somewhere else if you want to go to core data science. But in the data science projects, if you are there recruited as a management trainee or as a management personnel, then you can learn going ahead. Then you can use the project, and you can ask your seniors to also get a feel. Ask your seniors to, what you need to do to get a flavor of the data science technical aspects. That is something that you can do.
So there is another question from Nalini Bharadwaj.
Yes,
Sir, I want to ask you, what is the future of cryptocurrency?
that is something I can't tell you. I also am not sure. Cryptocurrency I've invested, I don't know whether I've done it right or wrong. I've invested a little amount of money. Every day I look into it, and I think something is growing and something is not. So I would say you'd rather invest in shares than cryptocurrency at the moment. If you have such a
Okay.
small amount, invest small amount and keep it like that. Don't go for big amounts in cryptocurrency, because it's an extremely volatile market. Extremely volatile market. Don't take a risk with your hard-earned money. Don't do it, or your parents' money. For to say that,
Yeah, actually, so Milan has a question.
yeah.
Is that what is cognitive business operation? Can you please explain?
Cognitive business operation actually is related to all the, AWS, cloud services. That is the cognitive business that is there. I mean, where the data is stored, you work, and then cloud structure where data and everything is stored. That is it. That is basically cognitive operations. Like AWS is one that I know. Other things for cognitive is Azure. All these things are there. Where, the data cloud basically is the cognitive business. That is also somewhere which you have a great opportunity, like great opportunity in the sense where in means where management people are there. There are so many cognitive business solutions, which one to take, what is the pricing, how to tackle these. All these things would be a great path for your course. For the course that you have done, managing all these things, IT infrastructure, the entire IT infrastructure is somewhere which you have which is a part of the cognitive business operations.
Okay, so there is one more question from Tejot Bindra. Sir, I want to ask, what is the future of artificial intelligence and augmented reality in edutech?
Uh, One second, I didn't see the question. Sir, it is beneficial when you have coding background in any sector to land jobs. This one you are saying?
Sir, it is beneficial when you have coding background in any sector to land job or any career in corporate world?
Or any career confident work? No, I won't say that. At your age, no. Why will you require coding at the moment? It is not. You have you have all a BBA background. You'll be doing MBA if you want. So you will be basically trained into management. Coding is somewhat for the technical people who are the technology. No, my friends who are MBAs, they are doing work in management thing. They don't have tech coding background. They might require during the job. So you will learn at that point of time, not to require it at the moment. But one second. What Swati was saying, that if they are asking you to be, you see the trend of the interviews. If they are asking you to have coding background, or if they are wanting you to be coding background, then I would suggest you, because I don't know what interviews questions are. If they are asking you from the management perspective, you are getting it, because that's what
Uh,
you are getting. Hello.
Archit, there was a very simple question to one of the student is, can you explain a 10-year-old student that what is artificial intelligence? These type of questions are asked to a management student. So they don't want you to go into coding. They don't want you to go into
Okay.
technicalities, but the basic knowledge they are aspiring
Exactly.
for. Yeah.
Then I would suggest one thing which is extremely good. That is, if you can induct a course in your college, in the curriculum about artificial intelligence, and if you are doing that, I would also, there was one person, I don't remember his name. He was asking about machine learning as well, data science. So you can have a simple basic course on data science, artificial intelligence, and machine learning. That will help you if they are asking basics. And I would request the students to please Google what the basic things are, because they won't be asking you hardcore technical questions, because they are not coming here for that, because they know that you are from BBA background. You will be management trainees and management specialists. It is artificial intelligence is basically the ability of a computer or a robot controlled computer. Basically the ability of a programmed robot or programmed device to perform the work which we do it manually. So this is the basic. So basic questions, if they are asking, Google it, YouTube it, see videos, and if possible, if you can incorporate a small basic course of it in your course curriculum, that would be excellent. This is helpful. Is this answer helpful to you, or yeah, go ahead with the next questions.
Yeah, actually, Archit, I think the students are coming up with lot many questions. So
Yeah.
I'm taking up few one, which I could see that because there are lot many queries. Rohit Kumar wants to know that is there any beneficial diploma courses we can do along with our college studies, which has better prospects in future for career?
He, yes, you can do that, but I'm thinking, is it something, any beneficial diploma course? Yes, you can do it from an external organization. We have that. Yes, you can definitely do that. But the thing is, um, you can also give some time. I mean, one is, I know hands-on is having such courses. You can go there. There are other institute as well in Delhi or anywhere else where you can go. I mean, where you can have hands-on course. I mean, hands-on means hands-on practical experience. You can do that. But when company is coming for an interview, they will basically be asking about your profile, knowing that you have from the BBA background. So I would also say that know your subject well, know your stream very well. So that will be enough. That will be definitely enough for you at this level. Later on, you can, if you once you are in the job and you are finding that something is interesting and you want to have, you have an inclination for that and you want to go there, then you can have those courses. That is absolutely fine. But right now, you can focus on your studies and real life scenarios and everything. And apart from it, if you want to expand or you want to expand your learning, then you can definitely go for a courses. But go for a courses very clear, I mean, very carefully of what course you are going through based on the market demand and what the companies are asking. Go for that.
Archit, there is one more question. Just a second.
Absolutely. I was going through one question which I wanted to answer.
Yeah, please go ahead. Please go ahead.
1 second. This was there. 1 minute. Yeah, that was from Kumar. Kumar Shauryaman. Yeah, career options for management students in digital marketing. Absolutely, there is. Absolutely, it is there. Actually, there is career options for management students in every field. The decision making will be yours. That is the most interesting part. The decision making will be yours. What do you think? Like after some people have considerable amount of experience in this life science industry and this business, I mean, this digital operations industry and artificial industry and machine learning industry, the technical people, what do? They be consultants. They are recruited by other consultants because they know the nitty gritty details of it through experience. But you will have that you will have that knowledge through experience, but you're already having that as a part of the course curriculum. I was not a BBA student or an MBA student. I was into a technical background. From that I got, and I'm doing into technical, a little bit of management as I'm growing older. Because I won't be given managerial at the age of 23 because I didn't have that. What will I say? Didn't have that degree, but you have. You'll be given small role, business analyst role, management trainee roles, all these roles. So you'll have a solid start for it. Absolutely, you'll have good career options in digital marketing. Why not? You'll have a good market. You will have career options in all the trends that I showed you, in each and every trend. Just, I mean, let yourself go and find out all these things in LinkedIn and start looking for it. And it's very interesting. It's extremely interesting. The moment there will be a decision making thing, or the moment they will ask you for your solution for a resolution, that where the interest comes up, that you have to I mean, do mind crunching, get to solutions, see all these things. It's very interesting stuff.
There is a question from a student, Khushi Mittal. She says that if I want to do a startup of mine, so what would be the first thing I should supposed to do from now?
You just focus on what you are doing. I mean, startup from now is you just focus on your studies. If you get, I mean, if you do, you have an idea, a very good idea at the moment. If you don't have that, Kushi, then I would suggest you give some time, learn more and more about the worldly behavior. Get into a company, learn the working, get your hands dirty, do the hands-on, After that, you think of a startup. Don't, I mean, if you don't have a very good idea at the moment, then don't think of it. Because there is no time for it. I know, I mean, I have seen, I mean, in Bangalore, I have one of my friends who is doing a financial stable startup. He's an excellent, intelligent person. He has also taken 10 years. He was in Goldman Sachs. He has invested years, know the company, and has slowly built. So it takes time, man. It will take some time. If you don't have an idea at the moment, so it will take some time.
Archit, there is one request which I would like to put on my behalf, that
Absolutely.
because these all are very graduate students, and we have first year students also, those who have simply done +2, and they are also in the session. So any guidelines for them to, so that they can focus on the career prospects ahead?
From the BBA point of perspective, I would definitely say that career perspective is what you are guys are doing. I think that is good enough. I mean, you do the coursework that is there uh, perfectly, and during the coursework, like there are two simple things: do your coursework, which is there meticulously. Another thing is that do more and more real life scenarios. Ask your faculty to give you hands-on real life scenarios. What is the application? Because these are the things that will be asked in an interview. Might be asked in an interview. Because since you will be recruited as freshers, every company might not ask you real life scenarios because they know that you don't have any practical or industry experience as of now. But you should learn. What you can do is you should two things are there. Once you can learn some. Sorry, I broke my chain of thought. Sorry. First is do your coursework good. Ask your professors to give you hands-on, do real life practical scenarios, and you find out what are the trends that is hot in market, which I have shared, and what tools are there. Learn some trendy tools, like you learn SaaS. You are doing management, absolutely fine. You are doing BBA, you have that idea. I'm sure you do case studies. Do a lot of case studies from the BBA point of view. So for that, if you do a lot of case studies, you can say that these are the scenarios. The more you do case studies, the more you falter, the more problems of case studies you will understand, which you can showcase in the interview. And the interview will immediately understand is okay, these guys have faced these issues. That means they have worked on these things. Just academics or the knowledge that in the coursework will not help you to understand those nitty-gritty details. This will only understand if you do a coursework. Apart from that, what you can do is that try to find out which are the hot, I mean, the trends right now, all these, like data science. For data science, if you want to go there, learn Python or SAS. There is, you go ahead for learn some trendy tools, like, I mean, data science is one, R is one, SAS is one. Take up any courses from outside, learn them, and that will be very helpful. So at least if they are asking about artificial intelligence, if you have done some course from outside, you can immediately say that I have had this experience, I have done this course in artificial intelligence, I know Python. At least that basic knowledge if you have. But if you take a course from outside, which someone is asking, then you have more than basic knowledge. So that will easily the interview will understand that yes, you worked on. You can do that. That is something is clear. But don't go into all the courses. Identify which you want to learn. Suppose someone said data science. What is required for data science? R and Python. Learn that. Learn a little bit of data along with your regular course. Someone says about if someone goes into life science, learn SAS. Like I have learned SAS. If someone wants to go for any particular other, learn JavaScript. All these trendy tools and everything is there. Learn from it. That is
Uh,
something.
Mansi, ma'am, if can you hear me, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Mansi, I would like you to share your experience with the students, as you are a career advisor, and I think there are n number of questions from
Yeah,
students
yeah,
related to career goals, related to the type of courses. So I would
yeah.
wish if you could brief a bit about that to them.
And sure, sure. I just saw the students who are wanted to know about data science. Actually, data science is very upbringing and it is one of the most trending courses right now. And lots of people are enrolling this because now we are totally digital driven. We want everything to be digital. We want to buy one fruit, we are tapping on the phone and we are getting the things right now. So data science is something like that, artificial intelligence is like that. So we are completely wanting something to be very objective. And right now Hansen is providing all these courses. We are here to make provide all our courses, let it be on SAS programming, as sir said, on the technical background. We are also providing various courses on data science. We are providing professional certificate on that. There will be one-to-one session, one-to-one mentoring session. We will be providing one-to-one career advisors for you. You won't have to worry about that. And we are also providing courses on digital marketing. I saw one person who was asking about digital marketing as well. We are also providing courses on digital marketing. You don't have to worry. As right now, what the scenario is, we are going step by step, attracted to the digital world, technology world. So once we are attached with technology, we need updated with the technology, and this is why we are providing this technology. We are providing courses from one of the best students, from one of the best faculty teachers, who are providing the excellent instructors to our students. They are providing one-to-one mentoring from various. We have many of our students are also working in JP Morgan, TCS, HSBC. So we are also providing 100% of placement assurity. So if you are willing to go for this, we can help you our career options. Ma'am, please tell what are the career options and strategy and transactions. Look, Anmol, there are lots of opportunities. We are having lots of career options. But if you want, I can help you in one-to-one session. You can call me back after the session. We will have one-to-one career mentoring. I will help you and I will get you in all the means you want. I can answer you all the questions regarding that. I hope you guys are fine with that. Is there any more queries which I should go with that?
I think all the queries
Okay.
has been satisfied by the students. Rest, if they wish, they may connect with you. And
Sure.
Archit,
I need
uh,
some,
yeah,
sorry ma'am to interrupt. I need some time to with students.
yeah,
Ma'am, please
sure.
can you allow me the access to
Yeah,
present?
sure. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
So right now, after Archit sir said that we are having various of opportunities, and we know that learning in every stage is very important. And as of I know, as per my experience, I know that it's incomplete if we are not learning in every stage. We should learn in every stage so that we can guide our students, we can show, and we can know what our creativity level is. We can grill up our creativity level. So right now we are here with something very exciting. We want you students to be very creative, and we want your future to be creative. So let me just give me some time. I am showing you a small presentation which I have made. Let ma'am allow me.
Issue in network. Please just wait for a minute.
Yeah, no issues ma'am, no issues. So I hope, sir. Actually, Archit sir, I want to ask that, as this question was very informative and it was very interesting, and lots of students I feel have enjoyed this. And as you said that the failure is, if once the failure is the only key to success. If we won't fail, if we won't get down, we won't be able to climb up the success stairs. I guess. Am I right, sir?
Absolutely, absolutely. So I have been
Yeah.
like that. I have been, yeah, there has been a lot of times which I have failed. I'm still failing now as well and learning as much as possible because
Yeah.
everyone goes through that. So
Yeah. I hope all the students would be glad that we know how to get up from the failures. And I hope that all the students should be prepared that once the failure is coming, don't panic. Just trust on yourself, believe on yourself, and start doing your work. This will help you a lot. And regarding all the courses, if you want, I am providing my number on the chat box. You can call me on this number after this session. I'm also providing here my, okay, I am allowed to present. Okay, let me share it. I hope my screen is shared.
No, Mansi.
isn't shared. Can you see my screen now?
It's visible, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so we are actually here with something very interesting. Hands on here is here with something very interesting, very creative. We want your ideas to be on this platform. That's hackathon. Before I would say something about hackathon, I want you to jump. I want you to see this one video. Let me show it to you. I hope.
आवाज नहीं आ रही.
Mansi, the voice is not audible. We cannot hear you, Mansi.
Just a minute. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Is the video audio the video's voice is audible?
No, video voice is not audible.
Oh. Okay, just a minute. Let me play it over here. Now? Now is it audible? Now is the video voice audible if I'm playing it in the player?
It's not audible, Mansi.
Okay, maybe there is some issues. I'm extremely sorry that the video is not playing at this moment. I rechecked it. Okay, let me go with to the presentation. Actually, hackathon right now we are providing a platform where all the person from the nationwide will be coming in the one single platform. That's our platform where we want the students to create some creative ideas regarding that, to create some ideas which would be, let it be from content, let it be from any other part which is your field, which you want, which is your interest. Create a pitch over there, create a part, create a small idea generation from your end, and with that develop that idea, and we will be there to guide you how the idea, if once the idea is generated, now you can go with the how that idea you have generated, is that eligible, is that valuable to show it in the reality world. Can we show that idea to the reality world? Is that possible? We have to see this, because once one idea we are generating, we have lots of the things we have to look after that. One idea which is best, we can show it to the people, but is it worthy or not? So this is what is hackathon. Hackathon is a platform where all the students, all the participants from nationwide will be coming, will be sharing their ideas on this platform. We will be providing them what are the benefits, what, how to grill up your creativity level. You know, once the idea is developed, we need to show it, we need to contribute it to the reality world. If we won't contribute to the reality world, then this won't work. So this is why we are here with something very exciting. We want the your ideas to be sent us to us, and we will be providing a very valuable and very exciting hackable prize for your idea. You can make a small idea with you individually, with your group, and then accordingly you send us. We will be looking after that. But that idea should be innovative. Just listen. Once the idea is innovative, then only it will be attractive. If the idea is not innovative, will it will work in the reality world? I guess no. So the idea must be innovative. It should be grounded to reality. It shouldn't be flying on the skies like that. The idea should be, it's just, you should think something outside the box, which should be very innovative, and it should be grounded to reality. And those who will be getting the ideas, we will be providing them something valuable, hack prize. We will be, which is very exciting. This will help you to grill up your skills as well. And with that, whichever who are wanting this course, we are organizing a 3 days workshop. This workshop will help you a lot, and this workshop will help you how this hackathon works, what is the basics. We will give you the primary motive of this hackathon, and this is a very big opportunity for all the students right now. This will help you all in a very easy manner, and this will help you out in the future career objectives also. So we are also providing for this session, we are also providing a 3 days workshop. This will help you to grill up your skills, what to do, how to do, when to do, what is the correct way to do. This will help, this workshop will help you out so much. So there will be 3 days workshop, which will be exclusively for the BBA and BCA students. BBA BCA students, I recommend you to join this workshop. This will help you a lot. We will be providing you all the mentoring, will provide you all the advices which is required for this session. And the dates for the workshop will be announced later. We will inform you that. Sorry. Those who are interested for this, you can call on this number. This is my number only. I am Mansi. You can call me on this number at any time you want. And but yeah, I will be sharing a form regarding this workshop. You can enroll in this workshop form, but the last date for this registration is 20th of January. Okay, so before you want if you want something to grill up, if you want your creativity to be shown to the reality world, you want this to be in the corporate level, this workshop will help you a lot. I hope this will help you. And with this, any of those person who want to enroll to any as now the technologies is updating, once the technologies is updating, we are also updating, and it is very necessary that we should be updated. So whoever will be the winner of this hackathon, we will be providing him a very impressive and very exciting prize for those persons. And anyone who is interested for the hands-on courses, they can come, they can call us, and this is our number, and this is our website. If you want, you can go on through this website. That's www.handsonsystem.com. If you are interested, please ping me up on this number, so that this will help you a lot. And if you want any career guidance regarding our courses, I will be available always. You can call me at any time. You are free to call, and I am there to guide you. We are providing lots of courses, and we are having a 100% of placement records. I can assure you that you will be getting a placement record in every in the very best companies and industries. As I have mentioned it earlier, that lots of our students are working in TCS, HSBC, JP Morgan, and many more. This will help you a lot. Our courses are very much attractive and all. You can come up with these courses, and I hope everyone is here with this.
Mansi, if I remember,
Yeah.
the workshop which you talked about is, I think, it's open for all and it's free, I suppose.
Yeah, it's open for everyone, and but it's we are charging a minimum amount for this
Okay, so that we
workshop.
can talk about later on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, if is there any queries at the end of students, if you still have, so that we can compile the session?
Yeah.
I hope no queries. So, Archit, can we
Okay.
have you on screen?
Okay, we will be ending up.
Yeah, just a moment. Just a moment. Give me a moment. Yeah.
I hope every students have enjoyed this session.
It was great for me. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I hope I have been able to give some useful insights. Let's see.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, just hold on for a minute. Yeah, so first thing is, Sudhanshu, you can have your query sorted after the session now because you guys have classes also after this. Uh, okay, so I would like to propose thanks to Archit and to Miss Mansi also for all the hard effort which I could see that to keep engaged around 300 students together is a big thing. And the students also, I want to thank all my students also that I could see the level of dedication they had towards their career, towards their studies. It's simply amazing. It's really good that I could see that, and we hope that we will have lot many more these type of sessions which will enlighten you about your career prospects, about your studies, about your academics. So I would like to thank Archit, and we hope we will see you. We would wish to see you again in other workshops also, and
Thank you so
Mansi
much.
also.
Thank you.
Yeah, and Mansi
Sure,
also
sure.
for a great coordination you had with us, and Mr. Kabindra Kundu, who is the heart and soul of the whole event,
Yeah.
which could have been organized. So, Mansi, if you would like to conclude.
Yeah. So I actually, ma'am, I'm actually running short of words after you have said. I don't think I'm left over with anything left. Still, I would go with that. On behalf of Anson School of Data Science, Management and Technology, I'm extending a heartful vote of thanks to our guest, Mr. Archit Kamal Mishra, who spared his time from his busy schedule to guide and enlighten our students to this industrial visit. It was actually a very amazing experience, and I hope everyone have enjoyed it to the core. Thank you so much, sir, for this informative session, sir. And I would also like to thank Geeta Ratan International Business School. A very big and very heartful vote of thanks for giving us this opportunity to provide this virtual industrial visit. And a very, very big thanks to Dr. Swati Srivastava, ma'am, for helping us to organize this virtual industrial visit. And ma'am, it wasn't possible without your efforts and without your coordination. Thank you so much, ma'am. And
Yeah, as you could see on the comment box that students have started giving their feedback that they enjoyed
yeah,
the session. It was wonderful. So
yeah,
let's say that with this new year, we have started a new thing and where the
yeah,
students could be
actually.
benefited. So
And
thanks a lot.
I'm
Yeah.
Okay, sure. I'm also providing a feedback form. I request all the students to fill up this form. And anyone having any queries
ये तो
regarding our
ऊपर है
courses, you can connect me at any time if you want.
Ma'am, you can share the link in chat box so that students can fill the feedback
Yeah,
form.
I have already provided the form link in the chat box. Please once check the students.
Yeah, can you see it on the screen, students? Yes, ma'am, it's there. It's there.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much. And
Yeah,
thank
thanks
you
a
all the
lot.
participants.
Yeah, thanks a lot to all the students and Miss Mansi, Mr. Archit. And here we come to an end with the session, and we hope
Thank you.
to have many more
Many more
ahead.
sessions
Thank you
ahead.
so much. Thank
We
you
are
Thank
so
you.
much.
waiting to.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.